All right. What's going on? Hello, hello. Oh, no, it's fucking hot up on that stage. I'm gonna turn the heat off. Unless you guys want to sweat. Yo, what's happening? My name is DJ SeeWeed. Cause I see weed and I smoke it. Yeah, there we go. Welcome to Wave Lab. We're back at another GiggleWave3. We have a ton of comedians on the lineup tonight. I'm pretty freaking stoked, actually. Unfortunately, Adam's set sail. He's cruising tonight, so we won't be hanging out with Adam tonight. But we still have 12 comedians up in the mix, 11 comedians up in the mix. So the Wave Lab grows. Here it goes. I'm going to open it up with a proper bong rip. Oh, shit. Somebody get me a lighter, would ya? I need a lighter. There we go. That's how we do it around here. If you got your weed, by all means, bust it out. We're doing things different around here, that's to say the least. But yo, our first act up for the night. She's cracking out with energy back there and ready to get things going. It's Adam Horvat.
It's all twisted up. Just a second, you guys. This isn't a part of my time. Hello? Okay, oh my God. I have to hear myself. Hello. Did he say Adam? It's Autumn. I'm pretty sure it sounded like he said Adam. My name's Autumn. I am having a mental health crisis. Like right now. Thank you. I started taking an improv class. The first thing I learned was you're not supposed to try to be funny, which is why people don't like improv, I'm pretty sure. You have to try to be funny. I'm just like really mantic. I started a podcast. I've started a bunch of podcasts. I just started another one. I'd like to film it here. This seems like a good place for it. Yes. I don't think, are you smoking salvia or is it weed? There's not weed. It smells so different.
I mean, there's some hippie shit going on in here too, I'm sure, but
yeah,
I'm smoking weed.
Okay. I feel like I'm hallucinating. The dog's cool. Yeah. What? Different drugs. Let's do them. I don't even know, you guys. I started a podcast. It's called Comedy Fight Club. It's just like interviewing different comedians and like learning about their perspectives on comedy. It's been just 3 guys so far, and it has been horrible. I just can't listen to their ideas anymore. Do you guys, let's try this. Like, clap if you think that we live in a patriarchy. You don't think we live in a patriarchy? Let's talk about it. Why not?
Because I'm a white male.
Exactly. And yeah, you don't feel it. You don't see it. We live in a patriarchy. I started doing this last joke the other night, and I started crying, just like naming examples of the patriarchy. I am on my period, but I'm just like pissed. It's been, yes. Let's do it. This is my main goal for comedy, is to go up and then like all the women leave with me when I'm done and we just start burning shit down. It's ridiculous. Like, no, we've never elected a woman as president. Like, we do not get paid the same amount as men for the exact same jobs. Oftentimes we do more work, because women like won't ask for raises. It's because people don't fucking listen to us. Like, it's so frustrating. I just heard this quote from Abigail Adams. Well, it was a letter that she sent to her husband, John Adams. And it was during the Revolutionary War, and she was like, if you don't give or if like women aren't going to hold to laws that we have no part in creating, and if you don't give us our rights, we're going to start a revolution. And that was 247 years ago, and like nothing's really that different. Like in the 70s, we could get credit cards, and like we're going backwards, you guys. We are going backwards. I don't know. That's funny, right? Like we could. That everything's horrible. Something I just found that I needed was a period support group. Have you guys heard of that? They're on Facebook. They're great. I'd highly recommend them. It's just like validating anything that happens to you during your period. Like 50 other women have experienced it. They'll like talk to you about it. It's really nice. Something that it's a new phenomenon to me is like women wanting to like utilize their periods for just like anything. Okay, that is, yes, plants, people do. That's a common thing that people have an idea about. I did get a degree in plant science, so I just want to put it out there, like the most common macronutrient to be too much for plants is iron, so probably your period blood wouldn't be a good thing to put on a plant. It would just make it really sick. But I have an idea of things that we could do with our periods. We should make beer with our period blood instead of yeast, and it could be like a blood orange. Do you guys, all right, thank you. All right, do you guys like that idea? I am looking for investors, so I did just quit my job. Thank you. There's always like one person that's really makes bad life choices. And they're like, yes. I got my degree from the U of A in Thank you. That's okay. Let me tell you what's in first. Maybe it's in something bad that you wouldn't want to clap for. No, I got it in rangeland management, which I thought was like interior design for cows. It's not. But it is a growing field. That's a pun, because it's about cows, and that's where they live. On fields. I got a job as a rangeland management specialist. Does anyone know what that is? No? I thought you were going to raise your hand, but you're just moving your arm. Okay, whoops. A little too much. I also don't know what a rangeland management specialist is, but I did it for a year and a half, so... and yeah, I ended up quitting, but it wasn't the job I was the worst at. The job I was the worst at is definitely a massage therapist. I was like, thank you. I don't know. Thank you for listening and cheering. I like that. I was good at giving massages, but I had like one kind of weird quirk where I would cry during every massage I ever gave. And people didn't really like that. Definitely got some complaints. I'm an alcoholic. Where are my alcoholics at? A couple people. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you could. It's fine. It was hard for me to realize I was an alcoholic because I don't drink every day or even every week. But every time I do drink, I get blackout drunk, which I thought was just like having fun, like Tuesday night, let's party, and then wake up and it's a new day. But I guess that's not normal. But then like on May 4th was the last time I drank, actually. So there's a day, it's probably pretty bad. But I got real drunk and I met these women. They were sisters. One of their sons had just graduated from college, and we were like taking shots, celebrating. Seemed super fun. I don't remember, but I guess at one point I like pushed the sisters' heads together, and I was like, "You guys should make out," and they did not want to. And I was like, what are you guys so afraid of? So I don't have like a punchline for that. I just like really want to apologize to them. If you know who they are, I'm sure they're talking about it. Like, I tell them I quit drinking. The job I was the best at was a hostess at Applebee's. It's a pretty chill job. It's like the perfect amount of time to talk to people. You can do it while you're drunk. Not very much pressure. I was really good at it. And then I quit doing that. I moved up to server. I was a server, which I was pretty good at, but like I'd get high before work and I'd like forget like people's like ranch and stuff. So wasn't great. Okay, that's it for that joke. We're gonna move in. Thank you. Who here has heard of Chevelle Shepherd? You have not. They're clapping because they've heard me talk about her before. She's really not that cool or important or famous, but she is the youngest person to ever win The Voice so far. The only reason she's even significant is because she's the most famous person from Farmington, New Mexico, which is where I am from. Farmington, New Mexico. I was the most famous person in Farmington, New Mexico. Well, Demi Moore's mom lives there, so she's like pretty famous. But like people don't know who Demi Moore's mom is, but they know that she has a mom. So she's kind of famous, but she's not from there. So I was from there, and then it was not for comedy, but it was because I was asked to leave the same Applebee's 6 times. Right? And that's like, if you're not from Farmington, you don't know this, but that's where people go to drink. The Bees. Like, that's Saturday night. They're open till 2. Pre-game at Chili's. It's more of a family environment. Go to Applebee's. Get asked to leave. Classic Farmington Saturday night. Like, and one time did they ever give me a parade after 5 times of being asked to leave? No. And I came back again, and then Chevelle Shepherd wins The Voice, and she's everyone's hero. Right? Like, remember your heroes, Farmington. Okay, where are you guys from? Let's all just go around the room. Tell me who the most famous person is from there. You have one? No? Oh, okay, I thought you raised your hands. Okay. Oh, from Tucson. Yeah, are you guys all from Tucson? He's probably not yeah. Is she from here? Where is she from? From Tucson. Wow. I lose control of things pretty quickly. This was good. Let's back up here. Are you? Oh yeah, that's like, so no one famous is from Benson, but people like have heard of it. That's good to know. Benson. I don't have any jokes about Benson. Unfortunately. I do. Oh, you guys, I keep getting mistaken for a trash truck driver, which is like super confusing because it's always when I'm telling someone how I used to lightly sexually assault people at my job as a massage therapist. They're like, "You're a garbage person." This guy gets it. It's a play on words. And excuse me for representing women, right? Ladies can be creeps too. You can't hear the laughter, but I think these people up here are really laughing quietly. It's happening though. I've been baby-proofing my house all day today. Because I don't want any babies to get in. Yeah, I do not want children. Oh my God, I do not want children. They seem really fucked up. Like, I have a 16-year-old nephew, and he told me he wanted to be a school shooter, which is really terrifying, honestly, you guys. But he's half Navajo, so it's like, it's your turn, buddy. Make those white devils pay. Some people are shocked by that, but don't worry too much because he is homeschooled, so it is going to be a family problem for sure. I did not tell my sister because she's a bitch, and honestly, I get it. Okay, you guys, I'm just going to end it with, I don't even know if I said this or not, but I am having a mental health crisis, and if you want to, I would. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, people, I'm not going to kill myself. People keep thinking I'm going to kill myself. Is that like a vibe I'm giving off? Let's talk. You can follow me on Twitter at disaffectedslut. Check it out. That's my Twitter handle. People never follow me, but yeah. Okay, cool. I'm Autumn Horvat. Thank you so much.
Woo-hoo. Autumn Horvat, everyone. Right on. You got some weird microphone setting skills there, but I like it. Yo, next up, we got Matt Ziemac. Where you at?
How's it going? Good. We really do not need this microphone. We're all very close to each other. This place is cool. You want? Okay. There's a dog here. I was very excited to see the dog when I got. You guys like dogs? Are you dog people? Let's go. I like dogs. Dogs are dope. You know dogs are dope because even dogs get excited to see dogs, you know? You ever seen a dog see another dog? It's like, oh my God, is that a dog? And the other dog's like, oh my God, is that a dog? And I'm like, oh my God, is that two dogs? It's adorable. I did a show for cat people the other day. There's a room of cats. It was a cat shelter. I don't like cats. I don't fuck with cats. They're scary. I know that's weird for a 30-year-old man to say, but cats are scary. They are. They have little knives in their hand. They'll get you. That's like if you went over to your friend's house and he's like, oh, that's my friend John. He's going to be stabbing around with a knife. He's a pretty chill guy. Just don't look him in the eyes. He'll be cool with you. Cats, they suck. It's 2023. I think we need to start using the term "tastes like ass" in a positive manner. Who's with me? Nobody? I've been trying for years. I can't do it alone. I've tried. Nobody gets on board. We need to do it together. Next time you're at a carnival, just like when you're eating cotton candy, turn to your friend and be like, this cotton candy tastes like ass, man. I fucking love it. It's so good. It tastes just like ass. I've tried it. I've tried ass. It tastes better than Applebee's, you know? I heard Marilyn Manson removed one of his ribs so he could eat his own ass. Did you guys know that? If you could eat your own ass, would you go this way or this way? I'd go this way for style points. Oh, pretty impressive. Gross, but impressive. I'm from here. I'm from Tucson. Pretty offended nobody yelled out my name, but I'm from here. I'm an only child, and my mom was a single mother, so loneliness ran in our family. Okay, that's a classic joke. While I was outside playing with myself, she was inside playing with herself. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like that joke, you don't support single mothers. They need love too, no matter who it comes. Look, he loves me. Good omen right there. Didn't come up during Autumn's set. Don't want to say anything about him. Anyways, that's my wife. I can say it. I know dogs don't like her. I did. I remember my mom never learned how to use the computer. I remember our first computer we got, I was 10, and I got a Gateway. You guys remember Gateway? All that was a gateway to porn. That's all it was. Straight to porn. Unfortunately, at 10, I also didn't know how to use a computer. So I did not know how to save images onto a computer. I did know how to print images from a computer, which is what I did for all of my porn. For the first 2 years, that's all. And I think that's why ink prices are still so high. Because from 2000 to 2002, I was just printing. I printed everything. I'd stay up real late at night like I had a deadline or something to hit. I'm like, I got to get this out for July's issue. It's due by noon. I got to get it out there. I would print it, and I would hole punch it, and I'd put it in a binder. That's what I would do with my porn. Double-sided, too. I was very environmentally conscious at 10. I hole punched it, I put in a binder, and then I would take that binder, and I would put it under my bed, which was a bunk bed, which is weird for an only child. And I only slept on the bottom bunk. I did. I only slept on the bottom. I was afraid of the top bunk. I said, I'm going to fall off. My mom's like, there's bars. I'm like, there's bars in prison, Mom. It's not safe up there. Anyways, one day my mom was cleaning under my bed, because that's what moms do. And she found my binder. She found it. She found October's issue. And she confronted me about it. And it wasn't like, I was like 10, so it wasn't like normal porn, you know? It was like weird anime porn, where it's like a cow woman with like big milky, you've seen anime porn. Like a cow woman with big old milky boobs. And she sees this, and she's like, oh, I gotta talk to my son about this. What is this? And she's like, okay, first of all, strictly almond milk from here on out. You're an almond milk kid. No more whole milk for you. 2, how did you get this laminated? How did you get these? It's impressive. I'm an artist, Mom. It's like a prepubescent Hugh Hefner. I was like, I got this. I know what the people want. I tried to dig a grotto in my backyard. She stopped me. Some of you aren't as familiar with the Playboy Mansion layout as I am. We had a pool as a kid. I had a pool, but it was a half above ground, half below ground pool. Do you guys know it? It was like a literal pottery line you had to step over. I had a stroke in the middle there. I had a really old joke. This is fun. This is fun for you guys. I feel like I'm like a really self-centered friend right now. I'm like, okay, we're going to stop the party, and everybody's going to listen to me talk about my feelings for however long until I feel fulfilled. Nobody talk. Nobody talk. I'm going to kick you out. Also, the mic is only picking up claps, so if you do enjoy a joke, clap. That's the only way. I got married this last year, you guys. I just got married. Thank you. It's good. I didn't think I'd ever get married, but I did it. I did it. To a woman. Can you believe it? Sometimes people think I'm a woman from behind. And from the front. Both places. I used to have a beard. People be like, I like your beard, ma'am. I'm like, ooh, thank you. I did. I have a wife now. I did it. There were some red flags before we got married. One of my wife's favorite TV shows is this show called Snapped. You guys heard of Snapped? Nobody. Wow. That's good. Keep it that way. Just her. If you don't know what Snapped is, it's a true crime show exclusively about women who murder their husbands. That's the whole show. There's 29 seasons. Happens a lot. Happens a lot. My wife loves this show, and before we got married, she'd watch it for hours and hours and hours on end, and then ask me questions like, "Why won't you marry me?" I don't know. Maybe because you've been taking notes for the last hour. Maybe because you whisper your plan in my ear as I go to sleep. Maybe. She tells me, she's like, I don't want to be on the show. I don't want to be on Snapped, which I guess is supposed to be like reassuring. But all it sounds like to me is like, they're not going to catch me, bitch. They're not going to find out it was me. It's true. She knows. My wife lost her wedding ring within the first few months of us getting married. She lost it. It's not her fault. She smokes a lot of weed. It's one of the reasons I married her. She did. She lost her ring, and which is fine for her because she just looks like a single woman. But whenever we go out together, I look like a giant piece of shit. That's what I look like holding hands with a person who has no ring on. I have to tell people, I'm like, this is her. This is my wife. I vowed my life to her. And she's always like, this is our first date. I just met this guy. I'm also finding out he's married. All of our apps have changed. They're no longer dating apps. It's all just fast food apps now. You guys on all the apps? Taco Bell, McDonald's, Burger King. I'm on all the apps. I have 55,000 McDonald's points, you guys. It is the closest thing I have to a savings account. I hear once you get 100,000 McDonald's points, you get health insurance, which I'm really holding out for because my chest hurts a lot. So we ordered food from this place the other day. It was called Just Wings. And we ordered it, and I went to go pick it up, and it was directing me towards Chili's. That's where GPS was taking me. And I was like, that's weird. So I called the Just Wings number, and it said, thank you for calling Just Wings. We are located inside Chili's. You're just Chili's. That's all. You are. You are not Just Wings. You are Chili's. There is not a second guy back there who's like, I'm just the Just Wings guy. These guys are the Chili's guys. We don't talk. It's not. It is the same methed out guy making wings and little sliders at the same time. I was waiting for my food. This other lady comes in. She's like, I thought I was getting Italian food. Surprise, it's just Chili's. That's all. You're getting a Chili's. I said, Mamma Mia. I'm going to kill myself. I'm the one. Nice. I like to learn about Dog's back. Dog's back 2 times. Feels real comfortable around me. Don't want to say a lot about my personality, but it's a big talking point for me. That's how much dogs love me. People are always like, dogs love everybody. I'm like, but they love me the most. Except for them. He loves them more. What's the dog's name? Lil Fade. Lil Fade, Big Fade. We got it. Okay. Where did you get Lil Fade? Was he just here?
No, yeah, that's my dog. She was born from one of my other puppies. I've had her since she was born.
Oh. Yeah. Give it up for the dog. God damn it. I think some drugs are bad for just some people. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like everybody got all real mad at Lance Armstrong for doing steroids. I think if I did steroids, people would just like me more. I don't think my job would do a press conference if they found out I was doing steroids. I don't think they'd be like, we're going to suspend him for 2 weeks. I think they'd just be like, Matt is looking real good. What are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm sticking a needle in my butt. And they're like, keep doing that. That is big improvement. It's weird. They don't test some sports. Like they do some sports, but they don't test others. Like they don't test those spelling bee kids. They don't. Because if they did, they'd find out they were just 90% Ritalin, you know? You gotta want to be on a little bit of meth to want to read the dictionary. You know, that's not a normal children activity. You know? That's some meth head shit. It's like I got to page 632 in the first night. I found this out. Did you guys know this? You guys know that 300 tons of cocaine is lost in the ocean every year? Did you know that? 300 tons of cocaine. No wonder I love sushi so much, you know? I hated fish till I tried sushi. I hate Brussels sprouts, but I bet if you boiled it in some meth water, I'd eat those fuckers right up, you know? Seconds, please. I'll take some more. I watched a documentary on cocaine. I watched a documentary about cocaine recently. Do you guys want to guess who the star of the documentary on cocaine was? Any guesses? Rick James. Great guess. Was not Rick James. Any other guesses? Charlie Sheen. Another great guess. Was not Charlie Sheen. It was actually celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay. That's who it was. I did not know it was a documentary about cocaine because it was on YouTube, and the title of the video on YouTube was Gordon Ramsay on Cocaine. And I thought it was just going to be a video of him cooking really fast, you know? Just cuts his finger. He's like, I don't even care. Turns out Gordon Ramsay hates cocaine. He hates it because one of his chefs overdosed on cocaine. But I don't know if you know this. If you're a chef and you overdose on cocaine, you just become Guy Fieri. That's all. You just get flames on your shirt and frosted tips. That's all that happens. Which I think we can all agree is worse than death, right? That's way worse. Gordon Ramsay hates cocaine so much so that he teamed up with the police to try and find people who are driving on cocaine, and they did. They found people, and they pulled them over, and they arrested them, and the whole time they were getting arrested, they were wondering why 3 feet away, Gordon Ramsay was just standing there watching them get arrested. And it was so sad because they were all such big fans of his, too. They're always either like, I love Kitchen Nightmares, Gordon. He's like, you're going to jail for a long time. All right, I'm going to go.
Give it up for Matt Ziemac. All right. Next up on the stage, we got Lomo ChuChu. Bringing it up to you. I know,
Wow, well.
It's got a ring to it. Lomo ChuChu. I like it.
Thank you. All these professional comedians before me, I am totally an amateur in this scene. So, trigger warning. Trigger warning, Scorpios in my moon sign in my 3rd house. Heads up. Watch out now. Yeah, I've been extremely depressed recently. Good news because I've got a lot of material to draw from. Putting together a lot of things. A lot of bits, jokes. I wrote them down on my fingers. Okay, I've got some, okay. So I went to, okay, this is a good joke. I went to the doctor the other day. I was like, hey, doc, I think I've got a broken heart. She goes, oh, your arteries are just clogged with cholesterol. I'm like, I think it's a different broken heart, you know. She goes, no, you're okay. You don't have a broken heart. Football players, they have broken hearts. I've been living with sleep apnea. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know what that is, it's like a irregular breathing pattern when you're sleeping. You can stop breathing and just end your life. So for a long time, I've been worried. I've been like, oh my God, I'm going to die in my sleep. And now I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die in my sleep. It's wonderful. Fuck yeah. It's a gift. Like, are you kidding me? People die from cancer and bullets and cars. Now I'm just going to peacefully die in my sleep. Sleep apnea. So I've started a trust fund, and my dating profiles are all now like trust fund, sleep apnea, and then everything else. But what really pisses me off lately, more than a lot of things, is fucking CAPTCHAs. Y'all fuck with CAPTCHAs? We all have to. CAPTCHAs. Oh, prove you're not a robot. Ugh. I'm not a fucking robot computer. It's like, crosswalk. Okay. No, you just missed a fucking thing in crosswalk. The worst fucking CAPTCHA ever, traffic lights. You guys fucking, you know what I'm talking about? I know what a traffic light is, I think. So do you click the arm that like the traffic light is on though? Do you click the post that the traffic arm is on? So what if there's like a traffic light like 5 blocks up the road? Like it's very small and tiny. Like do you click that traffic light? Does the computer program know that I know that that's a traffic light? Because I don't fucking think it does. It never does. Like why can't they all just be fucking fire hydrants? You know what I mean? But and then okay, so if it is a fire hydrant and then your fucking browser is like glitching or something, does this happen to you? So it's like, okay, fire hydrant, fire hydrant, fire hydrant. No, wrong. What are you talking about? Fire hydrant, fire hydrant, fire hydrant. I know what a fucking fire hydrant looks like. It's a fucking browser or something. I don't know. Maybe I am a robot. Just don't even. Yeah, okay. Thank you all so much. It's been my time. This is a wonderful venue. Thank you so much.
Lomo ChuChu. I like it. He's got the best microphone placement skills so far. I'm proud of you. Do you guys even want the stand? Should I just leave it over here? It seems to be. All right. I like seeing what people do with it. Some people like stand up here and just get stuck and they can't move and they just want to talk real still and they don't even look at anyone and they just talk like this. And then there's other jackasses who are like this the whole fucking time who can't stay still. The camera guy in the back is laughing the hardest because he knows. The cameras don't like me. You need to be on me. Up next, Jesus Otamendi. Otamendi.
Hell yeah, how's it going, guys? Awesome. I was a philosophy major back in college. And for those of you that don't know, philosophy is the study of Dr. Phil. My voice sounds like I just took 17 horse tranquilizers. Like imagine if I did meditation audiobooks like breathe in, breathe out, take 1 horse tranquilizer, take 2. You guys fuck with Greek yogurt out there? Any Chobani Greek yogurt fans? Hell yeah. Doesn't Chobani sound like a character that Joe Pesci would play in a movie? Like pretend I'm Joe Pesci for a second. Like let me get into character. Like, hey yo, my name's fucking Chobani, man. There's this other Greek yogurt called Oikos Greek yogurt. And doesn't Oikos sound like an insult for Italian people? Like pretend I'm Joe Pesci for a second. Like let me get into character. Like hey yo, can you believe this shit? This motherfucker called me a fucking Okio, hey. That's my whole impression is just going, hey. Keep it going for Chobani one more time, everybody. Come on, wait for Chobani. When I say Cho, you say Bonnie. Cho. Cho. When I say fucking Okio, you say fucking Okio. Fucking Okio. Fucking Okio. Fucking Okio. Cool. I like wearing glasses because it makes me feel smarter than I really am as a person. Like, did you guys know that a platypus actually has 3 hearts? Were you guys aware of that fact? No? I just made that shit up, man. Cool. Keep it going for Chobani. Awesome. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but I have health insurance. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have health insurance. For me, just thinking about possibly exercising is enough, you know? Like, I don't understand why getting physically exhausted is supposed to get you energized. Like, someone out there is like, you know what really gets me going in the morning? Just fucking running out of breath. But for me, it's like way more simple, you guys. You guys want to know what gets me going in the morning? What? I can't hear you, Wave Lab. You guys want to know what gets me going? I can't fucking hear you guys. You guys want to know what gets me going? Just some good old, plain old OJ Simpson documentaries. Come on, round of applause for OJ Simpson, everybody. He's fucking killing it right now. Keep it going for Chobani one more time. Do you guys want to hear a freestyle rap about fish tacos tonight? I can't fucking hear you guys. You guys want to hear a freestyle fish taco rap tonight? Hell yeah. All right. I'm going to do this a cappella. Are you guys ready for this shit? All right. Ready? Check it. I eat fish tacos every fucking day. You already know that I don't play any games. I eat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 20, 75 fish tacos every fucking day. How many fish tacos are we going to eat, guys? 15? Oh, 75. 75. That was the rapping portion of the show. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. I listen to a lot of 90s hip hop. And it's weird being in my 20s and listening to 90s hip hop because sometimes you just can't relate to the lyrics, you know? Like the song Excursions by A Tribe Called Quest. The first part of that song goes, back in the day when I was a teenager, before I had status and before I had a pager. And I'm just like, damn, dude, I fucking relate to that shit, man. I've never had a pager. I thought it was a slang term for a gun, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck you up with a pager, man. Yes. Let's see here. I can't take a compliment. The other day someone was like, I really like your hair and your glasses. And at first that sounds like a really nice compliment. But if you think about it, it's just a creative way of saying, I don't like your face. It's like going to the restaurant and the waitress is like, did you like the dish? And you're just like, I like the dish, but not the dish, you know? I don't know if that made any sense, but I said it. Cool. You guys having fun, guys? Guys doing shrooms tonight? Who's doing some heroin tonight? I'm just kidding. Oh, man. Cool. How much time do I have? Does anyone know? Oh, okay, I'll do 35 more minutes. I'm just kidding. Cool. All right, that's my time, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good night, everybody. I appreciate you.
Jesus Otamendi, give it up. All right, a little smoke intermission. I do a lot of things in between, including lots of thinking about what I'm going to do next. This is the ADHD life. So I just smoke weed to kind of stay on one thing at a time. Yo, we got Chiba Hut up in the building tonight. I would say they're up next, but I think we've all had some already, so. Hey, Nate Beck's up next. Give it up.
All right, y'all ready to get weird? Tough. Do we have any introverted people in the house? Shy, quiet types want to expose yourselves? Rich, put your pants back on. This is a family place, not a make a family place, please. No, but from if you can't tell, I'm up on stage with a fucking gold microphone for some reason. I am actually pretty introverted. I'm actually pretty sure my watch is calling me an ambulance right now because it thinks I'm having a heart attack. I'm so introverted, even my Audi became an innie. I was one of those people who was really happy when all of the COVID lockdowns and stuff came out because it meant that I didn't have to come up with new and exciting reasons to tell my friends I wasn't going to hang out with them anymore. I used to always stick to the classics. I can't. I gotta walk the dog. I gotta wash my hair. I gotta go somewhere and tell a contractually obligated masturbation joke. But now I could just blame it on the plague. It was awesome. We all know that whole comedy formula, right? Trauma plus time equals comedy, which means in about 3 weeks, this is going to be part of my set. But I do also have to admit that my dyslexic ass got it mixed up a couple days ago, and it was comedy plus time equals trauma. So I brought my therapist in tonight so we can get a jump on next week's session. We have any other band nerds in the house? Musicians? Specifically marching band? I mean, I assumed you were a musician, but no other marching band people. All right. Oh, hey. All right, cool. One more weird nerd. What did you play? I was in the drum line. Fucking hell. There was a drummer last night too, so that's yeah. Anyway, so as that guy will attest to, we marching band people, we are our own species. We've got our own culture, we've got our own language, we've got our own weird ancestral tendencies. Because everyone assumes that marching band is a family, and you kind of get ostracized if you date someone outside of the family. Which, when you think about it, makes sense of why things like marching band are so popular in Alabama. But every section, every instrument has their own mottos and handshakes and so on and so forth. They're all perverted, obviously. But I'm going to teach you a few of those tonight, a few of the section mottos. So you've got the trombones, right? The trombones do it in 7 different positions, which, because none of y'all are cool enough to be musicians, there are 7 slide positions, but it's also, anyway. So you've got the percussionists, like the guy in the back, they will bang anything. And then me, I'm a trumpet player, and our motto is we blow hard, finger fast. We've also got the handshakes, which are, that secret inside club kind of thing to make sure you really know what's going on. And I'm going to go ahead and make all y'all honorary trumpet players tonight. I'm going to teach you the trumpet handshake. Hi, I'm better than you. Anybody still working from home? Yeah? All right, cool. I'm kind of like the hipster of working from home because I was doing it before it was cool. I was doing that for a little while. Everyone kept trying to make me go back to the office, and then suddenly COVID hit, and I became real important because I knew how to not be in the office. So all those fuckers trying to take my job away suddenly needed me. It was awesome. But I've also realized that it's kind of always happy hour when you're working from home, right? My sister got me a coffee mug. It says probably whiskey on it, and she got it for me as a joke. I took it as a challenge. And I very quickly learned on Zoom calls that my boss cannot tell the difference between a cold brew and a cold stout. I also became the master of the mute button, right? Being able to, I could make myself a whole plate of Xiaolong Bao while I'm sipping on an old fashioned, wearing my underwear in my kitchen, talking to customers. They have no idea. They think I'm in an office, drinking coffee, wearing pants. Nah, dumplings and day drinking all day, all the time. So my heritage, in case you can't tell, is all the pasty white drinking countries of Europe, Scotland, Germany, Sweden, and England, which means I'm allergic to the sun and I have an alcohol abuse problem, just genetically. But I grew up in a red state, so that also means I have all the culture of Costco yogurt. Yes. No, not even. I don't even have Chobani culture. I've got that shitty Kirkland yogurt, whatever the hell that is, culture. But so it is, it's a new year, and like every other fat dude, I decided to try to get in shape. So I got up and I went to the gym last week. And as soon as I got to the gym, I walked in and saw everyone in there, and I said, fuck it, round's the shape. For real though, I have been told on more than one occasion that I have the body of a god. The problem is that god is the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. My wife likes to joke that I'm her Pillsbury Dough Man, but when she pokes me in the belly, she doesn't get woohoo, she gets yeah. I was just trying that one out tonight. I figured, what the hell. Anyone else have any siblings? You can always tell that you got the one favorite sibling, right? And then the one who is not the favorite. All right, yeah. My sister owns a house, has 2 kids, lives right next door to my parents, and I'm here telling jokes tonight. So guess which one's the favorite? Let's see if I got anything else. I've never had a set this long, so I'm not used to it. Here we go. My wife is half deaf. One of her ears just like straight up doesn't work. The left one, that's going to be on the test later, so make sure you write that down. And it was actually kind of funny the night it happened. If you don't know, when your ear stops working, your eustachian tubes, which are responsible for balance, go completely off the haywire. Like they get completely fucked up. So she woke up and had to like stumble and crawl her way to the bathroom so she could go throw up a little bit. And we thought it was just, an advanced hangover. Turns out the next day at the ENT, no, the ear's just dead, some sort of virus, and she will hear nothing but ringing in her left ear for the rest of her life, which really sucks for her. But the real problem for me there is that she only gets about half the joke anymore. And I don't have to worry about the jokes going over her head so much as off to the left. So I did get approval to tell those jokes. I promise you. All right. Well, you know what? I think my ambulance is coming, so I'm going to let y'all have a good night.
All right, Nate Beck. Somebody check on the man. Feed him something, maybe. All right. Last open mic of the night, we got Joe Tullar up. Give it up for Joe Tullar.
Yes. Yeah. You guys ready to fucking laugh? Go ahead. Blog about how this recipe saved your marriage. The least you could do is tell me the measurements. That shit better not have arugula in it. I'm gonna flip out. All right, I'll start my set now. How's everyone doing? All right, you guys have been a fantastic audience.
That'd be me.
Talking off mic.
No, whatever. Fuck it. I like it. You do what you do. This is part of the shit show. I think it's hilarious. Everyone's gonna be like, "What is he saying? I need to fucking." Yeah, there's gonna be a weird moment there for 10 minutes on YouTube. Fuck him. I can't hear. What is he saying? The best part is he got close every now and then. So he's like, occasionally you could hear what he was saying, but every now and then he'd get close enough, and you'd be like, "Yeah, there's no fuck." I wanna. Have you guys heard of AI? Do you guys know what AI is? Yeah, artificial intelligence. We're getting a pretty good response out of it. You know that they opened AI to the world in November. We all have access to AI right now as an open chat form. You can get on the internet and go open chat AI and talk with an AI robot and have it help you organize your life. And it is beautiful. And I'm really getting into it. It's interesting. It's the future. It's how we're going to become super intelligent, if you will. But they're also going to take our motherfucking jobs. And I'm curious how quick it could take a comedian's job. So I have it up on the internet right now, and I'm kind of iffy about it. So by round of applause, do we want to hear if the AI can take our job right now? All right, cool. Fuck yeah. I didn't test this, so I have no idea how this is gonna go. But I do know that this robot is blowing my fucking mind every time I use it. So let's see what's up. All right, so we head on here. On this little chat site, it's called, here, I'll go back so you can see it, chat.openai.com/chat. I'm not getting anything for this, I promise. This is just, I'm fucking genuinely interested. And I made a little script to kind of keep myself on target here. So I'm just gonna tell it to wake up, see what he has to say. And he says that I'm having errors. So we're gonna refresh and see what the fuck is going on. See, we're off to a good start. This is like volume 1 though, right? This is some pretty crazy shit. And I've gotten this thing to do some amazing stuff so far. Wake up. I'm sorry. I am a computer program and do not have the ability to sleep or wake up. How can I assist you today? Fuck yeah. How are you? I am an artificial intelligence. Do not have the ability to feel emotions, but I'm here to help you. How can I assist you today? Great. We're off to a good start. Do you role play? Well, what about, should I just ask if it's a comedian? As an AI, I am able to respond to text inputs in various ways, including in the form of role-playing. However, my primary function is to provide information and assistance, not to engage in creative forms of conversation like role-playing. Oh man, this might fail miserably. Like I said, I didn't test this. This is all a thing. So yeah. Well, it's got jokes for days. It'll say funny shit. I was gonna try and get it to be a comedian, you know? I'm almost trying to like prompt it a little bit and get it to think a certain way. Because if I just come in and say like, tell me a joke, it's gonna be like, well, the chicken crossed the road, you know. And it might know, which is a weird thing. Can you be a comedian? I can try my best to generate jokes or funny responses, but please keep in mind that humor is subjective, and what one person finds funny, another person may not. Well, no shit, Einstein. I'll do my best to entertain you, but please remember that I'm an AI language model, not a human comedian. Why did the tomato turn red? Because it saw the salad dressing. Wow. You're not supposed to say the joke twice. Why did the tomato turn red? Because it saw the salad dressing. Aww. All right, I'm gonna write some shit real quick. Hold on. Here, can you hold this so I can write faster? Okay.
I'm your mic stand now?
Yeah, that thing is fucked up. Okay, here's the scene. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make this go really fast because I have this saved. I don't need to type the whole fucking thing. I'll just go like this. You guys get a look at my comedy notes for a second. Okay, here's the scene. You're a comedian on stage about to perform to a bunch of stoners and other comedians who do cocaine and are definitely going to judge your performance. Your job is to entertain us with a good warm-up joke that turns into an epic story. Go. Ah, see? All right, well, here we go. See, it starts to, it's failing me right now. It's failing me right now. A comedian, give me a good prompt. A funny person, give me a good prompt to talk to the AI. Well, not, I can't, we can't just say, hey, airplane food, fucking talk about. All right, here we go. Oh, he's starting to do something. Here's an example of a story that a comedian could tell on stage. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in the field. Speaking of outstanding in my field, I was performing at this farm-themed comedy club a few weeks ago, and something crazy happened to me. So I'm doing my set, and I'm killing it, you know, getting all the laughs. And all of a sudden, I see this old farmer in the front row. He's just staring at me. He's like he's seeing a ghost. So I stopped my set and said, "Sir, is everything okay?" And the farmer said, "You're the spitting image of my son who went missing 15 years ago." So I'm thinking, oh, great. This guy's either lost it or he's going to try and kidnap me. But then he said, "We've been looking for you everywhere. We've searched the whole country. Your mom and dad are alive and they're waiting for you." And it turns out I was adopted. So I spent the rest of the night trying to figure out if my jokes about my family were now off limits or not. And you know what? I realized that all my jokes are now off limits because I don't know who my real family is. It's deep because it's an AI. It's weird. So this show is dedicated to all the people who don't know who their real family is. Give it up. And all the people who do know and wish they didn't. Yeah, and then it cuts back right into AI mode. That's an example of how a comedian could build an epic story out of a simple setup by taking something relatable, like a scarecrow winning an award, and spinning it into an unexpected story of a personal revelation that makes the audience laugh. Hope it could help you out with an idea. I'll be here to assist you with anything else you may need. All right, give me a sign-off. Here are a few options for a sign-off line. Thanks for having me, folks. I'll be here all week, or at least until the robots take over. Whoa. It's been a pleasure making you laugh. Remember, laughter is the best medicine unless you have diarrhea. That's all, folks. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to tip your waiters. Hey, and tip for the Chiba Hut, motherfuckers. Seriously, though. I hope you have had as much fun as I did. Don't forget, without laughter, life would be a mistake. Damn, all right, hitting deep. Thanks for the memories, folks. Stay curious and keep laughing. Wow. All right, give it up for the AI. Holy fuck. Now I'm about to get up on stage and read from my notes. No, ADHD is a real thing, though. This is the story of the life of being non-typical. I don't like calling it ADHD because, let's be real, I don't have a deficit. I feel like I got an overload, like fucking cocaine energy. So I smoke a lot of weed, like a lot. It kind of keeps one thought going at a time, you know? But once those thoughts come in and they leave, that thought might be gone forever. It's very fleeting. Like, I know I'm not high enough when I'm washing dishes with my right hand and stirring pancake mix with my left hand. I got issues. And I got a tested solution. I just stop, take a bong rip. I don't know where I put my bong. I was gonna do it, but whatever. and then I'm staring at the pancake mix, just two hand mixing it. You know what I mean? It's weed. It's a solution. What I'm saying is I need notes. This phone helps me a motherfucking lot. I'll be honest, I've even forgotten lyrics to my songs that I've performed hundreds of times before. Right as the intro is happening, I got the first 16 beats. Got to pull up my phone, speed mode, fucking whip out the lyrics before the song starts. I've even had like, oh, we're gonna have to run that one back, motherfuckers. I excuse myself with a bong rip. I'm very grateful for my notes. I don't always get to them quick enough, though. When was the last time you dropped a load without bringing your phone? You know what I mean? Like dropped a load without. It's a new thing now. Wash your phone. Wash that shit. That's gross. Okay. You ever had to go to the potty so bad? I really wrote that. I wrote potty. I'm a dad. It's a potty. It's the potty phone. You know when you ever had to go potty so bad you left your phone behind? Well, it was go time. Like, no time to find my phone. It's time to go. I know you've been there frantically searching for your phone. Like, where's this motherfucker at? I can't find it. So there I am, sitting on my throne, phoneless, letting it happen, flipping through a book, Feng Shui. Feng Shui is the name of the title. Real premium toilet material. Learned my bed's facing the wrong way. I got to fix that. So there I was on my throne, seat heater and all. Yeah, I have a seat heater on my toilet. And a bidet with a water warmer, velocity control. It's got a little swishing option, really gets the cleaning in there. I like having a clean ass, all right? Even has a little fan that pops up and dries you at the end. But I digress. So there I am, sitting on my throne, seat heater cooking, my cheeks are warm, and boom! A great idea hits me. One of those kinds that would change the way I work, change maybe the world. But I know my brain, and I know I got about 15 seconds before this motherfucker's gone. So I was so excited, the little team inside of me that operates my poop doors decided it was time to lock it up and seal it off. We need to get the fuck off the toilet. And I'm a long pooper. If you know me, I'll be on the toilet for like 15 minutes going through all my stories, and I got the lift leg thing, so I'm really up there. So I seal it off. We get the shit. I got shit to do. We got to get out of here. I wish I could remember what the idea was for the life of me, though. Walk through the doorway, past my fridge, looking for my phone, and cheese quesadilla entered my mind. Fucking poof, gone. That great idea is it's fleeting. Don't matter how great it was. All right. How y'all doing tonight? Give it up for all the openers for the evening. Thank you guys so much for coming in and giving up your time. It means a lot here at the Wave Lab. Fuck, I forgot who I said was going to go first. This is why I do notes, right? I shouldn't have put my phone away. Yeah. All right. First up in the building, we got Rich Gary on the ones and twos. Ones and ones and ones.
Thank you, sir.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, keep it going for SeeWeed, everyone.
Is he on?
Keep it going for SeeWeed. All right. Wait, hold on. Does this work? Does this work? You know if this works? Thank you. I'm very talented. So as you can see, very talented. Let's do fist bumps. Hey, I'm up here now. I'm up here. It's me. I'm up here. Look at this. Yes. We'll do air ones because COVID. They're good, but I don't know if you guys. Oh man. Hey. Oh, okay. Hey, there's the bong, guys. Make some noise for bongs. Did you see how many bongs are right here? There are 37 bongs in that corner right there. There's not a shortage on bongs. There's not a shortage on guitars. We are fucking set, dude. We're good to go. Thank you, SeeWeed, for having us. Thank you, SeeWeed, for putting this on. This is SeeWeed's house. That's the bathroom, but that's also his bathroom. There's no bidet. This is America. I don't agree with it. I think we should have bidets. We should be washing our assholes multiple times a day, but it's just not the reality we live in. I have wet wipes in my apartment. What? You have a baby? How old's your baby? Toddler 2. Oh, that's so adorable. Make some noise. She has a baby, guys. Good for you. What's your baby's name? Stella? Is it because you were... when she was... She's my good luck baby. No, I'm sure you're a good person. Drinking when you're pregnant doesn't make you a bad person. Right? Tell me it doesn't make me a bad person. I had a pretty good day today. I went to one of those Asian massage parlors, and I know what you're thinking, and the answer is yes. I did get a hand job from the guy. He had very calloused hands, ripped my foreskin right off, circumcised at 32. Can you believe it?
Okay. Everyone got real weird after that joke. They're like, I don't know if I'm ready for people ripping their dick skin off on a Wednesday. What else you got? What else you got? I don't know. I had a weird day today. I got home, and all my dogs were out. And I was like, who let the dogs out? Who? Who let the dogs out? 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 And I was like, I'm wearing you out already. And we didn't even bang. I was like, who let the dogs out? And I was like, it was probably just my roommates. You know, they live there after all. I live with my college roommates, but none of us are in college anymore. We're all almost 30 years old. None of us are in grad school. I live with my college dropout roommates. That's who I live with. And when I say we're almost 30, I'm 32. I already said that earlier. That might have been the disconnect right there. My one roommate says that he's becoming a minimalist. And I was like, oh, is that why you have such few friends? You just wear that one Volcom shirt every day? Get an adult shirt. We're in our 30s. My one roommate hates it when I leave the heat on. He's a huge Celtics fan. Sports jokes. I don't know. Do you guys live in an apartment? Anybody here live in an apartment? A couple people live in an apartment. Yeah. Apartment living is weird because when you get into apartments, you realize that you've gone really, really downhill. Like life is really all the apartments look exactly the same until the next one. It's like you're living in the dystopian future. Like it's here. His living room looks just like his living room, looks just like her living room, it looks just like my living room. And I live here now. This is great. I was moving my stuff into my apartment. And my neighbor comes up to me. He's like, hey, I'm your neighbor. And I was like, oh, I'll be polite. I'll meet the neighbor, you know. For the sake of this joke, we'll call him Gino because his name is Gino. He come up to me, he's like, hey, I'm your neighbor. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And he said, just so you know, I'm an undercover cop. And I was like, okay, what? And this frail old 77-year-old man was wearing suspenders and a tank top, pajama pants, and flip-flops. And in my brain, I thought, no, you're not. You're not an undercover cop. You're just an old man, and that's fine. Just be an old man. But he was trying to intimidate me. I don't know why. I don't even know him at all. I'm an undercover cop. So what I said was, okay, cool. I'm going to move into my apartment now. And I was hoping that I wasn't going to see him again. But sure enough, 2 weeks later, I'm just bringing like groceries in, and he just fucking materializes into my life. Hey, Rich. And I'm like, oh my God, fucking Gino again here. He's fucking. Hey, what's up, man? And he's like, hey, I'm locked out of my apartment. And I was like, wow, that sucks. I got my keys to mine right here. I'm about to go in, close the door, say bye to you forever, take my pants off. It's going to be a good time. He's like, yeah, I was wondering, can I use your bathroom? And I said, well, it depends, Gino. Is it a number 1 or is it a number 2? And he said, it's a number 2. And I said, well, then it's a no. You can't come in my bathroom. You can't come in my apartment. It's a 1-bedroom apartment. If you shit in my apartment, I got to cancel the lease. Do you understand? I have a 75-inch Sony Bravia in there. I got to take my TV back if you shit in there. Do you get it, Gino? He said, well, I guess I'll go to the store. Yeah, go to the fucking store, Gino. Take your walker and get out of here. Just me yelling at an old man. So I come home again and just fucking Gino materializes, and I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is it now? Gino in my life every fucking day. What do you want? Hey, Rich, I just wanted to know, do you smoke mota? Which is the best way to ask somebody if they smoke weed, right? Like, you are a gangster from the 1990s. He came out of a Cheech and Chong. It was the first time ever. I was like, oh my God, Gino, I love you so much. I want to smoke your I want to smoke your cock. I want to suck your cock. Yeah, you've got weed? Let me smoke your cock. To YouTube, live stream, Twitch, and everyone. Smoking your cock, dude. Just a wrinkly, white-haired fucking... Because he's old. You guys are like, well, you went too far when you described his old man cock. That was a little too far. What? Too many Stellas. Okay. He was like, do you smoke mota? And what I should have said was no. What I said was yes. And he said, oh, good, I sell mota. And I was like, oh, well, I get my weed from the dispensary, because it's legal. If you sold honey, I would still buy my honey from Safeway. I don't want your weird one-bedroom apartment unregulated honey, He was like, oh, okay, that's fine. But just so you know, I sell mota, coca, I've even got G. And I was like, all right, I'll keep it in mind, Gino. And I closed my door, and I was like, fucking Gino, God, fuck, bothering me every single day. But I was thinking about it. I was like, what's G? What's G? I asked 2 people, and they said, it's meth. It's meth. G is meth. Do you know why they call it G? Because it looks like glass. Mm-hmm. So I bought some G, smoked it, and now I'm the annoying neighbor. Thank you. Make some noise for Fade, everyone. He is so fucking out here right now. That is adorable. That is so adorable. Oh, my God. How old is Fade? Almost 2. Oh, my God, you're so cute. Wow. It's a cuddle puddle right here, huh? Cool. You guys have hobbies and interests? 3D printing. That's a hobby and an interest right there. Hobbies and interests? Yes. Oh, my God. No, why? Hobbies and interests? What do you do? Okay. She put her face in her jacket, so that means she's shy. Hobbies and interests? What do you do? Hobbies and interests? Graphics? Oh, you're talking now. You know how to talk words. CrossFit. That's a hobby and an interest. I was thinking about it. I was like, what are my hobbies and interests? What do I do, And I couldn't think of anything. I was like, hey, is Instagram a hobby? Does that count? Like, I wake up, I'm on Instagram all day. I'm on Instagram before I go to sleep. I'm on Instagram. I go to sleep, and then right when I wake up, I'm back on Instagram again. Does that count as a hobby for me? I don't know. Instagram's so weird because it's compiled of these people. I love that as I speak, that thing lights up. Hey! Wait, is it? Oh, that was because of the audience. Hey! Do it. Make some noise. Hey! See? It's fucking dope, dude. It's a perk. It's one of the perks. It's a percolator. Can we smoke that? Let's turn it into a bong, SeeWeed. Let's turn it into a bong. And you're just like, and it's just. Let's turn the whole Wave Lab into a bong, guys. Yeah, we will become the weed blowers. Let's all get the tattoo after the show, too, on our back. Weed blowers, and then Gino on my ass. Instagram is so weird because it's compiled of like this group of people from different moments and times in your life, different jobs, different friend groups, And then you just don't see them anymore, except for every once in a while they do some dumb shit on your story, right? On your news feed. Like I got this one friend, his name is Steven, and we used to serve tables together. And he used to do all the cocaine every night in the bathroom. So much cocaine in the bathroom. He would come up to tables and he'd be like, hey, I'm Steven, I'm your server. I think you should try the steak. And the table's like, actually, we're vegan. And he's like, you should try the steak. And he's just on cocaine for the whole night serving tables. We're just like, this is a seafood restaurant. We don't even have steak, Steven. And now he's like on Instagram stories selling houses like, hey guys, we're going to be at 1142 East Sycamore Lane from 11 to 2 on Saturday. We have delicious panini. So come on by and check out the property and let me know if you want to buy. And I was like, that guy used to do all the cocaine in America. He used to do so much cocaine. And now he's selling you a house. You know, you guys homeowners? You guys homeowners? You guys are, what's your realtor's name? It's not Steven? That close, you know? Right there. The new thing that comes across my Instagram news feed is semen retention. Semen retention. It's when guys intentionally don't masturbate or have sex and they retain all their semen. And I was like, wait a second. I've been doing that for years. I just retain all my semen into this one crusty sock that's on my floor. I picked it up the other day. It was like, there were flakes. It was gross. I live alone. I have a one-bedroom apartment. I pay $800 a month so I can masturbate in my living room. Wait, what? I work for a crystal lady, and I don't mean meth. She sells, I mentioned meth a lot in my set. She sells crystals, gems, geodes, fossils, jewelry, stuff like that. It's really weird working for a crystal person because they're really into energy and astrology and crystals. I got to work on Monday. I sat down at my desk. I'm like, I'm going to check my emails. And I'm like logging in. And she goes, busts down my door. She's like, don't check your emails. Mercury's in retrograde. And I was like, why does that matter? It's just my email. She's like, no, you're going to mess up the energy. And I was like, why doesn't it matter when Venus is in retrograde? Because Venus is closer to Earth. You know, the planet we're on right now. It goes Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth. Nobody talks about when Venus is in retrograde. My boss didn't have anything to say. And I looked it up on Google. And apparently, all that stuff's bullshit. Crazy, right? My boss hates that joke. I hope I don't get fired. My boss told me that if I want to attract a mate in my life, that I need 2 nightstands. If I have another nightstand, it will send a subconscious message into the universe to bring a mate into my life. So I tried it. I went shopping. I bought a nightstand. I pulled my bed away from the wall. I got all the dirty shirts out of there and the hot Cheeto wrappers and the Bud Light cans and the dead baby. What's that doing back there? Hunter Biden's laptop? How did that get back there? Put the nightstand in. So far, no mate, but a lot of extra room for burrito wrappers and Bud Light cans and shit, so that's pretty nice. My work is weird. The finance lady sent me an email. Subject of the email, all capital letters. What's the Wi-Fi password? Body of the email, blank. Where do you work? What do you do for work? Software developer. Could have guessed it, I guess. I'm sorry. Did you work on anything fun? You work on Fortnite? They're in a class action lawsuit right now. No, not Fortnite? Nothing fun. Nothing fun. Oh, healthcare software. That's important. It's important. Make some noise if you got healthcare in this room. Wow. That is way more than I thought it was going to be. This group of people. Awesome. See that? Not talking at all. Just a little green one. Hey. I don't know. You guys have been a fun audience tonight. I appreciate you. My mom just had, my sister just had her, my, my, my sister, okay, look, this guy fucking knocked up my sister, all right? He left it in, but it was totally their idea. Now she's pregnant, and so my sister had her baby. That's all I was trying to say. I don't know why I made it weird. First I said my mom, and then everybody's like, what? And then I was like, no, dude, they were banging missionary style, and nobody liked it. And then I did it again, and that wasn't not a good idea either. Okay. My sister just had her baby, and I'm a new uncle. My sister had her baby, and I'm a new uncle. And I was at my mom's house, and I was meeting the baby for the first time. And my sister was like, do you want to hold your baby niece? And I was like, okay, I'll hold my baby niece. And I was like holding my baby niece. And now I'm holding the baby like this. And babies are weird when they're first born. They're kind of like ugly, like rat monkeys. And I'm holding my baby niece. And I'm looking at her, and I'm like, oh, she's kind of cute. Like, she's a little baby. She's a little baby. It's cute. And my mom was like, Richie, protect the head. Protect the head. I'm like, Mom, I'm going to protect this whole baby right now while I hold it. It's not going to be like, oh, I got the head. I can twist this part off and then just fucking punch it, Mom. I got the head. I got the head. Drink the blood and slam it down, crush the skull. I'm saying that's what I didn't do. I know how babies work. All right, I've been Rich Gary. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Remind me not to let him hold my baby. Yo, give it up for Uncle Dick. Rich Gary, guys. Do they call you Dick? Is that appropriate for Rich Dick? Is that Rich Dick, big Rich Dick over there? Yo, you inspire MacGyver music. MacGyver. I'm always looking for like music video ideas. Doing like MacGyver bongs. I think that'd be a hilarious idea. I just had to bring that up. That's glorious. Yo, next up is Kevin Moloney. Brought his lady tonight. We'll see how this goes. I'm interested.
I get shit on that meter over there. God damn it. This is going to be a little lower energy than Rich. My G supply has been gone for a month, and Gino will not return my calls. I have a fucking word with him, dude. Don't ghost me, Gino. Don't ghost me. Thank you for all coming out to Wave Lab. Is it some people's first time here? We got a couple of people I invited for sure, yeah. It's an interesting building, you know. It's the dichotomy between the outside and the inside. Like the inside looks like Willy Wonka got out of the chocolate game and started a band. The outside is like the equivalent of like a windowless van. Like I'm assuming women just come in here like holding a taser, being like, just in case, just in case. I want to thank my wife for coming out tonight, my beautiful wife. Yeah. In our friend group, our nickname is Ebony and Ivory. And you're like, oh yeah, because the racial thing, that old Paul McCartney, Michael Jackson song. But it's a lot closer to the piano itself. It's a little bit more literal. We both like being regularly fingered by talented Asians. They're dexterous people, what can I say? And gentle, too. It's amazing. Now, my wife, we went on a family road trip this last summer. It was 5 weeks across the western United States. And by the end of it, I was really ready just to veer off the highway and end it all, you know? Because, like, I don't have RV money, like those spacious, air-conditioned RVs that you see on the road. We saw a bunch of them. Like, I've got money for, like, 2 adults, 2 kids, and 2 dogs in a Subaru Crosstrek for 5,000 miles. Cozy's an understatement, I think. You know, like, because when we were out of the car, we were either in, like, a 1-bedroom Airbnb or in, like, a single-family tent. Sex was not really going to happen, you know. You could barely find a moment even just to rub one out. Like, I would either have to hike a mile into the woods or convince everybody else to do so, you know. I'd usually go with the latter because I'm lazy. I'd be like, hey, kids, I think the dogs really need a solid 20-minute walk this morning. And then I'm like, we don't have internet here. 30-minute walk this morning. I'm going to have to purely go off the spank bank, and it's hard to make withdrawal this time in the morning. But yeah, because I would do it myself. Well, that's a bad way to go, you know? Mauled to death by a bear with your pants around your ankles. Wet wipe just prepped in the non-dominant hand. And like you'd have to hope the park rangers would be kind and they'd be like, they tell my kids he was probably just going to the bathroom. But that's still pretty fucking traumatizing, you know? Like every time they hear the phrase, there's a bear shit in the woods, they're just going to start weeping uncontrollably. They're going to be like, I have no idea. But they hate it when people do. Oh. Yeah. We didn't have much internet out there. So we had to resort to like old-fashioned ways of keeping itself in attention. For the most part, we had a deck of cards. But we did try playing this game on my wife's phone. It was called Heads Up. Have you guys ever played Heads Up? Oh, she loves that game. Okay. I can see that, Nicollette. But yeah, it was a game. It was popularized on the Ellen DeGeneres show, like in between the bouts of her like awkward dancing and verbally abusing her staff. And it's a simple concept. You pick a category, you put the phone on your head, it gives you things from that category, and you try to get as many right in the time limit. It's a fun party game if you're playing with friends, you know, people who kind of grew up around the same time. With your family, it's a little weird. Because like we don't have a lot of shared knowledge, you know. I have a 6-year-old, she knows nothing, absolutely nothing. Like the only category she could do was animals, and like the basic ones. And then I have a 12-year-old at the time as well, and like she has like lost all of her knowledge of animals even and just replaced it with like niche Netflix teen drama shit. That there's no category for that, nobody else knows it, so she's kind of out. And then me and my wife were like, okay, what's our shared interest? It's mostly the kids. Because like I don't know anything about Friends or Harry Potter. She doesn't care about video games or Star Trek. So we're kind of fucked, and we're going through the categories, and eventually we find one. It's Star Wars. I'm like, okay, we can do this. We've seen the movies. We're going to get a few right. She puts the phone up onto her head, and it just a complete shit show starts, you know? I'm giving great clues. I recognize most of the names. I'm giving great clues, but she's just like, I don't know. Pass. Oh, is that? I can't think of the name. Pass. She only got one right in the end. Yoda. And it was only because our kid had like a stuffed baby Yoda with her from The Mandalorian. I'm just like, and she said Baby Yoda, which was technically incorrect, but I gave it to her anyway. Now it's my turn. I'm not optimistic, folks. I'm not optimistic. But I'm like, okay, it's maybe a little easier when you see these words instead of having to, oh, I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry, Fade. He hates Baby Yoda. Absolutely hates him. And he hates Stephen Black, apparently. He barked at my wife, too. 2 black people he's barked at tonight. It's a little weird. Stephen. But, yeah, so it's my turn. I'm not optimistic, but I'm like, it is a little easier when you can actually see these made-up words than having to, like, remember them out of the fucking top of your head. So I'm like, okay, we can do this. But it's kind of the same thing. You know, these words coming out. She's like, I have no idea who that is. And she's like, oh, I think that's the senator from the thing. And I'm just like, okay, we're getting none. I'm getting angry and more annoyed by every second. Time is running out. And then all of a sudden she gets very excited. She's like, oh, ooh, I know this one. It's the black guy. Now, that's not a very good clue. It's pretty vague. You can give more than one clue. She just doesn't, though. But I'm also excited because there's only like 3 black guys in all of Star Wars. Like 1 per trilogy was all they were allowed to do. I think the whole premise of that was like a long time ago, a bunch of white people went to a galaxy far, far away to get away from the minorities. That's probably the plot. I haven't read the books. I'm not sure. I have to do more research on that. So I'm like, okay, we can do this. Who's the coolest one of all? Do you know the coolest black guy in Star Wars? It's Lando, right? Lando Calrissian. Thank you very much. I'm like, is it Lando? No, it's not Lando. I'm like, okay, fuck, the prequels. Sam Jackson was in that shit. There we go. I'm like, is it Mace Windu? No, not Mace Windu. And then I'm like, okay, the new ones. There's that Bodega guy. He plays Finn. I've only seen him once. She's like, no, it's not Finn. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, babe, I've named like all the black actors in Star Wars. Like, I just can't. And then the phone buzzes. I'm like, well, fuck. And at the end of this game, like, you get to take the phone off your head and like it kind of starts scrolling through all the ones that you had in your time. And I'm just looking at these. I'm like, Jesus, C-3PO, Endor, just one good clue. I could have had one. But in the back of my head, I'm like, who the fuck was the black guy? And it rolls on the screen. I'm like, you're fucking kidding me, right? Darth Vader? And she's like, yeah, the black guy. I'm like, well, it's a white guy in a black suit, but I'm like, you saw me here. I'm throwing out names of actual like African American actors playing roles that you can clearly tell they're a black guy, and you didn't maybe want to just like throw in a second clue, to kind of see I was on the wrong path. Like, oh, I meant the suit, and she's like, I had no idea who those people you were naming were. She's like, I don't know, and anyway, and he sounds like a black guy. And I was like, fuck, you're right. He does sound like a black guy. I'm like, I just think, and she's like, I just think you're annoyed that I beat you. And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, I got 1 right, you got 0 right. I beat you. And I was like, okay, we're going to ignore the fact that this is like a cooperative team game. Because otherwise I could have just sat there completely fucking silent the entire time. So you would have gotten none right. She's like, I just think you're annoyed that you can't beat me. And I was like, you have no idea how angry I am right now that I can't beat you. Oh, the beating that I wish I could do. So yeah, one ironic thing about me and my wife is all my friends that I grew up with are into hip-hop, and all her friends like country, which seems like it should be the opposite way around. Her friends keep inviting me to this thing called Country Thunder. Has anyone heard of Country Thunder? It's just, yeah, it's this thing they do up like in Marana or some shit every year. I think it's around the country, even. And then they keep inviting me, and I would go, but the problem is I'm always just hate country music. And I have to keep on coming up with excuses. You know, I'm like, hey, I know I've got something else going on. But this year they caught me. They were like, hey, it's the Friday night before. We bought you a ticket, Kevin. You've got to come. And I was like, shit, I got to think of my feet now. I'm like, sorry, I already have another thing going on this weekend, and I've got tickets to that too. I can't go. And I think they called my bluff. I've been putting it off for years. They're like, okay, Kevin, what is your other commitment this weekend? And I was like, oh shit. It's called Thundery Cunter. It's the world's premier queefing expo, and I never miss it. Now that's obviously a lie, right? But there's some truth to it too, because I would rather go to something and listen to pussies fart than just like hear them go on and on about their fucking pickup trucks. It's like a personal choice. Now I didn't come here just to talk tonight about my obsession with queefing. I wanted to do a little bit of an informational session with you guys, okay? I read this story in NPR a couple months ago. It was in September. And it caught my attention. It was on NPR.com. NPR is a radio station. I don't know why they have a website, but they do. They do. And this article was, Meet South Dakota's new corn ambassador, a boy who recently found out that corn is real. Now, I'm pretty good at like spotting clickbait. You know, like usually it's always the same shit. It's like, hey, if you're taking this supplement, you better stop. Or like, have you ever wondered what that kid from the 80s sitcom Alf looks like today? You know? But a kid who just found out corn was real. I had to click on that. Like, I'm like, was he living in a bunker? Is this like a Helen Keller situation? What the fuck is going on? So I clicked on the article, and I do want to share a couple little pieces from it. First paragraph here. Whereas South Dakota is one of the top corn producers in the nation, providing nourishment across the globe, but especially to Tariq, a 7-year-old boy who just recently discovered that corn was real. The governor's declaration reads, "It is fitting and proper as governor to make special note of this outstanding young man." That's a weird use of the word outstanding, right? Is that like the 2022 version of special? I don't know. I mean, I guess it makes sense because outstanding, the root meaning of that is to stand out from the crowd. And if that crowd is people who know what the fuck corn is, I don't know, maybe it's apt. Continues the article. Some people might see corn as just a starchy vegetable. But to Tariq, whose last name wasn't released for privacy reasons, it's a big, beautiful lump with knobs on it. That does sound a little outstanding, right? It's on the outstanding spectrum. We'll at least say that. And let's be honest, his last name wasn't released because I do think his parents have some questions to answer to society. Like, huh? And what? I don't know. Now, first I thought this kid was from South Dakota, which would make it more weird because it's like 80% cornfields. Like, how would that drive home from school even work? He's just there in the back like, Mama? Yes, Tyreek? What are those beautiful fields of corn, Mama? Or fields of gold? Kind of ruined the joke there. Why those, Tariq? Those are just a figment of your goddamn imagination. But Mama, yes, Tariq. Some of the kids at school say that's something called corn. I told you about talking to those kids at school, Tariq. They're filthy little liars. Don't make me get my belt out again. I'm sorry, Mama. It's okay, son. I still love you. That's an excerpt from my one-man show. Are You There, God Is Me, Tariq. I'm performing it off of Broadway. Literally right now. We're just like one building south. But I guess this kid's actually from New York. He probably grew up in the Bronx, somewhere with like not a lot of agriculture. And I know what you're thinking, Kevin. You're just making fun of some poor kid who couldn't afford corn. But corn is like the poorest of poor people food, right? Like they put it in fucking everything because it's so cheap. Like he's definitely had it frozen or in a can. Maybe he's never seen it on the cob. Maybe he's never seen it growing on a stalk. But like I love kiwi fruit. And I have no idea where that grows. Is it a bush? Is it a tree? Is it a vine? No. It could be like kangaroo testicles for all I know. But I still give it the benefit of the doubt that it is real. I think that's one important difference between me and Tariq. And the obvious age gap. Now, I don't know. Oh, it finishes here with one little piece. Tariq said an ear of corn should cost $1. And though everyone doesn't have to love it, everyone should certainly give corn a taste, especially with butter. Yeah. So my issue with this, he just found out this shit is real. He's speculating on the market value, giving preparation tips. They made him the goddamn ambassador, and he doesn't even know what he's talking about. He's like a Trump cabinet appointee. I don't know. I don't know why I get so angry about it. Congratulations, Tariq, on your ambassadorship. Actually, just the other day, I celebrated it personally by inserting an entire ear of corn into my rectum until I achieved sexual gratification. And by golly, that kid was right. It's better with butter. It was literally fucking amazing. And I'm sorry for sticking that corny ass joke in the end, folks. I see what you did there. Nice. I don't know if we have any more jokes. Did everyone have a good Christmas? Did Santa bring you everything you wanted? Yeah, no corn. I've got a used one, you might. Yeah, I was a little bummed. I didn't get what I wanted. All I asked for Christmas was those Trump NFT trading cards. And I got a fucking donut. 0. Thank you, friends and family. Wife included. What am I supposed to masturbate to now? 2, not with. I don't know. I do kid around. I mean, did anyone see the announcement video for those Trump NFT cards? It was like a QVC infomercial, and he's doing it himself. And he's just, it was fucking weird, you know? Like, ladies and gentlemen, patriots, it's your favorite president, President Trump. Better than Washington, better than Lincoln. And you're like, that's a strong statement, even for a man as arrogant as he is. And you're like, well, where's he going with this? Like, I was wanting him to continue and just explain why. It's like, what did those guys ever do, really, folks? Washington crossed the Delaware. That's a fucking river, people. I've flown over it hundreds of times in my chopper. I crossed the Atlantic to find my wife, Melania. I picked her up in whatever shithole country she came from. I'm sorry, she always tells me Slovenia, Slovakia. I can't tell. She sounds like a vampire. It's hard to understand her. But I got her. I had to go over there. Unfortunately, with American women, my reputation had preceded myself. And then Lincoln, okay, he freed a bunch of black people. Great stuff, great stuff. So did I. So did I. And only because Kim Kardashian asked me. I can't say no to that ass. What can I say? It's non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. And the great thing is you can get these cards, 45 cards, $99. It's a great deal. It's a great deal. I should know I wrote the art of the deal. Some people think I had a ghostwriter. Wrong. I don't even believe in ghosts. Unless it's the ghost of Joe Biden, who I think has been running this country for the last year now. They're really weakening Bernie's and his ass around this place now. And then they're like, Mr. Trump, they're $99 each. Oh, maybe not such a great deal. And he actually said that in the video at one point. He's like, I don't think you should buy these. And like his whole staff's off on the side like, what the fuck is he doing? Don't go off script, sir, please. Don't go off script. So then he has to start selling them really hard. He's like, oh, look at this one. It's me in a little cowboy outfit. Bang, bang. Giddy up, you little horsies. There's a new sheriff in town, Sheriff Trump. Move over, Sheriff Joe Arpaio. I'm now the best sheriff. You can be my deputy, Joe. I still love you over there. He had a weird relationship with Sheriff Joe in Phoenix. Creepy. And he's like, oh, this one's of me in a superhero outfit. I've got crazy abs and laser eyes. Let me tell you something, fellas. When you have laser eyes, you can just grab them by the pussy. They'll let you do it on account of the fear, probably, of the lasers in the eyes. But I'll tell you this, once I've grabbed a hold, Super Trump is not letting go easily, folks. Super Trump has the strength of 10 regular Trumps. And one regular Trump has the strength of 2 to 3 average men. We all know this. A doctor signed off on that. He graduated from Trump University, but it's an accredited institution, well known for doctoring papers. So I don't know what the exact math is, but Super Trump is literally crushing puss left and right. It's incredible. I'm sorry, I'll stop doing that. My voice starts to hurt after doing that, and my soul a little bit. I like it. It makes me laugh, but then I'm just like, ugh. I gotta take a shower. So anyone have any good New Year's resolutions? Yeah. I was trying to, I asked my wife, I'm like, do you have any New Year's resolutions? She's like, no. And I was like, well, you could stand to lose a little weight. Yeah, that's about how much of a reaction I got to that. She was pretty pissed. But the next day, she was going to the gym like every other day. Fortunately, the gym is just a bartender down at Congress who has no qualms about fucking a fatty. Now, some of you are looking at her and you're looking at me and you're like, wait, she has to lose the weight? Fairness, I did write that joke last New Year's. And then she lost all this weight and I put on the exact same amount of weight. I think there might be a conspiracy there. So now I have to go to the gym and I hope he swings both ways. I'm going to go down there, hopefully get a drink, and then he also gives me the tip and the rest of it. All right, guys, that's probably my time. Keep it going for all the comedians you've heard tonight.
Yeah. All right.
And SeeWeed for having
Kevin Ivory Moloney. Might have to get Jim's number later. Yeah, that was pretty corny, man. That was corny. Was that my weird Burning Man story? Chilling at camp, and this guy rolls up to one of my buddy's Burning Man stories. I'm gonna spill it. This guy rolls up on a unicycle and rolls up, says, hey, how y'all doing? Do you know where camp so and so is at? And they're like, yeah, it's this way. And he pops off his bike, pops off the thing, and it's corn cob as the seat. He's like, cool, thank you very much, and gets back on it. Whoop, bikes away. It's like, whoa, all right, we're at Burning Man. Up next, don't make her whip them legs out. It's Nicollette DiMaggio. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Hey guys, thank you, Basketball Shorts. I call him Basketball Shorts because I've never seen him wear anything else. He's never seen me in the same outfit twice. I love clothes. How you guys doing? Thank you, DJ SeeWeed. Thank you guys for having this. Thank you, Wave Lab. It's a party. Let's not forget that. We're supposed to have fun. Is anybody here circumcised? Oh, we're circumcised? Yeah. Are you circumcised? No, you're not circumcised. Interesting. I'm very anti-circumcision, which is weird because I'm also anti-turtlenecks. No, seriously, I don't understand why we're still doing circumcision. I've looked into becoming a moil. Did you know that there's a moil shortage? Do you know what a moil is? A moil's the one that cuts the skin. But you have to become a rabbi and a surgeon. No, seriously, I've been asking around. I'm trying to figure out why we're getting circumcised. Why are we doing it? So I've been going up some guys, and I'm like, come on, what's going on? And this one guy said, well, it can get infected. That's my impersonation of men in general. All men. They're just dumb Italian monkeys. It can get infected. And I'm like, you know what else can get infected? Everything. You know what I mean? This other guy was like, well, chicks think it looks better. Oy vey. It's a penis, not a sunset. You know what I mean? I'm taking a stance. A circumstance. I say let skin win. This country was founded by 4 fathers and 0 foreskin. I'm a comedian for not living, and I'm a waitress to pay for Botox and therapy. The first time I ever went to therapy, I went with my now ex-husband. And anybody divorced? Woo! Right? Yeah. Who is that? Yeah, you're divorced and married too. You did it again. I'm just divorced. You're just divorced with a kid. Yeah, and a dog. And a lovely woman somewhere. But you're not married. Correct. Right? You'll never get married again. I don't want the government involved. Right? Yeah, marriage is weird. That was a bad idea. I shouldn't have gotten married. But my divorce is final. Don't worry, I'm not married anymore. I know. I'm the most happily divorced person that there is. I'm celebrating divorce, and I went through a marriage. I sometimes feel it was a rough one. Anyway, but I love waiting tables. I work at this great restaurant called Locale Italian Restaurant. My ladies are right there. We all work together. We're waitresses. We're so cute. Yes. No. The guy that works in your bakery is the owner of this building. Do you guys know Craig Schumacher? Yeah. You know Craig Schumacher? I will look him up. No, it's the best restaurant in the whole world. I think it's the best. It's the best restaurant. It's not my favorite restaurant. My favorite restaurant is Wiener Schnitzel. Oh, don't judge me. We all have our vices. I love Wiener Schnitzel so much. No, I know. It's kind of gross. But we have our vices, and mine's just more disgusting than yours. Oh, the foreskin on that hot dog. They always say, do you want to get the all beef? And I'm like, hell no. I want the weird one. I love Wiener Schnitzel. But anyway, Locale it's also a really wonderful restaurant. And this one day I was working, and I was rolling silverware. I love rolling silverware. I'm reading this great book right now called Napkin Folds. There's like 31 different napkin folds. Did you know that? I want to master them all before I die. I love napkin folds. Anyway, but I was having a wonderful day just rolling the silverware. Oh, I was really in the zone. And a coworker of mine, she goes, I wish I was on a hike right now. What? Ew. And she was like, what, you don't wish you were on a hike right now? I was like, no, I want to get a bumper sticker that says I'd never rather be hiking. I mean, saying you'd rather be hiking is like saying you'd rather be hungry, thirsty, tired, scared, lonely, sunburned, and lost. You know? I want to get that bumper sticker. I'd never rather be hiking, and I'll put it right next to my other bumper sticker that says, I hate a parade. I hate a parade. But anyway, sometimes I go to work just for the compliments. You get lots of compliments when you're a waitress. It's so fun. This one day I walked up to this table, and this woman was sitting there, and I said, can I get you anything to drink? And she said, you are so pretty. And then it was my turn to talk. And I said, oh my God, you think so? Like, I'm old. I don't know. Like, maybe I'm kind of pretty. I don't know. And she looked at me and she said, I'll have an iced tea with lemon. Yeah. My favorite compliment, though, I get this one all the time, is, do you have any cocaine? I'm like, oh my gosh, like, thank you. Like, I don't even know a guy. But seriously, it's like saying, like, I'll have what she's having, you know? Like, I want to feel the way I think you feel. That's the ultimate compliment, don't you think? Did we ever figure out whose lives matter? Did we get to the bottom? Okay, here's an easier one. I'm missing a hubcap. Does that matter? Do we know if that matters? Like, it doesn't matter, right? It's been missing. I've got 3 out of the 4. Does it make my car like less cool, less cute? Should I spend $35? Should I put it on my list? Hubcaps, do they matter? Huh? What's that? Well, I want that. Do they have them in glitter? I love glitter. Let's see what else I want to do with you guys real fast. Well, you know how they say that you regret the things you didn't do more than the things you did do? Like, I don't regret getting married. I don't regret being married. But I do regret not killing my husband. I thought about it all the time. I had a plan. I mean, because then instead of being a middle-aged divorcee, I would be a young widow. It's hot, don't you think? Like, I look good in black. Anyway, I had a plan. I was going to poison him because I love to cook. And he loves to eat, and I was going to poison the panna cotta. That was my idea. I was going to put the rat poison in the panna cotta, and I was going to put lots of nutmeg so that if he's like, this tastes funny, I'd be like, it's the nutmeg. No, I didn't murder him. He's all right. I have to like deal with him in therapy before I can bring him out to here, I feel like. The first time I ever went to therapy, I had to fill out paperwork. It was with me and my husband. It was a couples therapist. Some old dude. Like, I was just like, I don't even know if you know anything about, like, my life as a lady. Anyway, but he gave us paperwork. We had to fill it out. And the first question said, do you think or do you feel? I was like, fuck, I think I feel. I failed at therapy. I'm not allowed to buy a gun. Right? I'm not allowed to buy a gun. My husband put me in so many mental hospitals, I'm not allowed to buy a gun like 4 times. Seriously, I went to buy a gun, and the guy was like, lady, I'm sorry, we got 4 letters of not recommendation with your signature. Don't be so sad. They give you back your shoelaces. And you get to keep the socks with the tread on the bottom so that you don't slip and you feel safer. A lot of the comedians, so I'm very, very new at this. I'm on like my 5th month of comedy. I love it so much. I'm not going to be able to stop. I love the community. The Tucson comedy community is so rich and so talented. But my aunt, and my family's all New York Italian, and she said, don't you think you're a little old to be starting stand-up? And I was like, well, I kind of thought about it. I was like, yeah, maybe I am. I'm 43 years old. Isn't that crazy? I look 7. Anyway. But I thought about it, and I was like, well, actually, as you age, the only thing that doesn't go away is funny. People with dementia are hilarious. You know, my grandma's like, honey, have you seen my tap shoes? And I'm like, oh, Grandma, is this a bit? You're so cute. A lot of the other comedians out here, they are mostly men. I'm one of the only girls, and they call me Barbie. And I'd like to address it. I think this is a good place to address it. Well, first of all, thank you. What a compliment, Barbie. I like being called Barbie because I do go through a lot to look exactly the way I do. I have a spray tan, I've got a push-up bra, I've got Spanx, I got colored contacts, I've got Invisalign, I've got Botox, I've got lip injections, I've got hair extensions. I mean, I do it all. So I'm like happy about that. I guess it's working, you know? Plus, I love Barbies. I loved them when I was a kid so much. But all my Barbies did was fuck. And I don't know if that was the way it was supposed to go, but no, they would. I would just make them fuck. Ugh. I don't know what boys thought. Like, did they think that Barbie was like out in her dream house doing the dishes? Barbie can't do nothing but fuck. She can get dressed, she can get undressed, and she can fuck. That's all Barbie can do. Anyway, I loved Barbies. My friends would come over, my mom would say, oh, honey, why don't you go play Barbies with your friends? And I'd be like, I don't know if they know how. Like, what if they think she does the dishes? Yeah, so I do a lot to look the way I do, but there's one thing that I'm really slipping on these days. I'm so single, and I haven't been laid in well over a year. And I'm just growing it out because no one's ever going to see it, it feels like. So I have a giant black Sicilian bush right now. Is everybody picturing my bush? Are we on the same page? Is anybody in the room picturing? It's going down my legs, you guys. It's like who knew? I didn't know it could go that far. And it's just so thick. Like when I'm in the shower, I can't see my toes. I swear to God, I think it was my bush that did 9/11. Rich Gary, how was my delivery? That he wrote that joke for me yesterday. My bush did 9/11. Maybe it did. Yeah, I have a big, big bush right now. I would like to get laid again someday. I started getting bunions. That's why I'm not wearing shoes, because shoes are out now. Does anybody here have bunions? Do you want to know what a bunion feels like? A bunion? I don't know if anybody knows. But, like, you have to get surgery. Oh, no, please. Oh, my God. No, honestly. I've been asking my whole family. I'm like, where did this bunion come from? Who's the bunion person that gave me the bunion? Because they're supposed to be, like, hereditary. Nobody else has a bunion but me. This is what a bunion feels like. Just think of the word bunion. That's exactly what it feels like. It hurts like a mother. I don't know. I'm going to have to get surgery on my bunion. So I'd like to have sex before I get more bunions. You know what I mean? I just want to have sex. I just want a man to lay on top of me. You're not allowed to say that when you're a female comedian these days, but hashtag not me. I just never, ever, ever in my whole life felt like a man was being mean. I think guys are great. I'm going to start a hashtag not me movement. Because I feel like we should have a voice too. Because I think guys are kind of scared of women these days. I feel like sex is really out. The pandemic, like the Me Too movement happened, and the pandemic happened, and now my bush is huge. I mean, I don't know what happened. I'll get laid again. I know I will. I was trying to get laid so much that I offered a guy that I work with $1,000 to have sex with me. And he did not say yes, and he has not spoken to me since. And that is a true story. And out of context, I know that makes me sound really crazy and probably rich. And I'm both. No, I'm not rich, but, you know, I'm all right. My housekeepers came today. That was nice. I'm just going to do, like, maybe one more little thing for you guys, if you don't mind. There's so much to tell you. I just started flossing. for the first, does anybody here floss regularly for real? And I'm not a dentist. I'm not going to like raise your premium. You really do? For how long have you been? Every day you've been flossing for how long? Years. You're fucking lying. I'm not a dentist. Years. You floss. Oh God. I'm like on like my 36th day, and I'm loving it. I like flossing. I really like it. It's so much better than I thought it would be. You know, Sarah Silverman says that disease seeps in through the gums. I think we should legalize murder. No, I honestly have given this a great deal of thought. And here's the stipulation. In order for it to be legal, you just have to kill the person with your bare hands. So we can't be like the Wild Wild West and shoot 'em up. But if you hate somebody so much and you want them off the planet and you have it in you to murder them with your own two hands, that should be legal. Right? Because the only reason, if you're not a sociopath, the only reason for murder is self-protection or protection of your loved ones and revenge. So the bad guys are gonna kill like one good guy, but then the other good guy's friends will kill the bad guys. I think all the bad guys would just die. And so would my fucking sister. She's the only person I would kill. Oh, I would kill her. No, I would kill my ex-husband. Well, no, I'm not going to kill him anymore. It's fine. Once divorce is final. But no, I hate my fucking sister. She's my big sister. So I was the little sister. And I used to have to beg her to play Monopoly. And she would have to sit in a chair, and I would have to rub her temples and feed her caramels while she thought about whether or not she would play Monopoly with me. And so I would feed. Who is? My sister? No, there's no way. I don't even know if she knows how to turn on a computer. She's fucking lame. She's the lamest person. She doesn't do anything. She has nothing going on. I fucking hate my sister. Anyway, and then finally, like, we'd run out of caramels, and I'd be like, so can we play Monopoly? And she would be like, yes, but I am the car, you're the thimble, I'm the banker. When you pass go, nothing happens. When I pass the jail, I never go. Like, she was a bitch. Anyway. All right, I think I'm gonna, like, just leave you guys and just tell you one last thing, and that is that I have exceptional legs. Aren't they incredible? Like, look at this. Look at this. I mean, for 43 years old. Woo-woo. And my leg shot was on the poster, so I thought you came to see them. Thank you guys for coming out. I know it's late, and thank you, Wave Lab Recording Studio.
Love it. Glorious mating dance. That was beautiful. Hey, Nicollette DiMaggio. I'm sure we could arrange a man lying on you by the chance. We got you. We'll just keep the knives away. No regrets. She's obsessed with prison. I don't know if she's told you guys, but it's a fucking weird thing, and it makes me think, I'm proud of you for not killing your husband. We rather you be here tonight. Divorcing him instead is the best move. Well, last but certainly not least for the night, we got the neo-postmodern man, Stephen Black, up in the building.
Hey, dudes. Yeah, man, I'm happy to be here. Happy to be in the coolest garage ever. Yeah, dudes. Man, you guys ever parallel park so good you really feel like you really got your life together? I had that happen earlier, you know. I just started driving for Lyft, man, and it's a trip, you know. Driving people while microdosing. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, dudes. But yeah, sorry, I've been like waiting too long. All right, guys. I was like, I had it memorized like 20 minutes ago, and then it's just slowly been leaving me. Guys, I'm a philosopher. You guys want to know the secret to being a philosopher? Tell people you're a philosopher. Took me 4 years of school to learn that. You know, does anyone want to give me $1 to hear a secret of the universe? All right, I don't know how I'm ever going to make money with this dang thing. All right. But, you know, like, guys, there's all these great questions, you know, like, are we humans or are we dancers, you know? And I think TikTok answered that question. Yeah, it is. Yeah, but you know, guys, I gotta get rich, man. I gotta figure out how to get rich. You know, like I don't know. I want to be a millionaire by the end of the year, which I don't think should be too hard with the inflation. But you know, I was thinking of different get rich quick schemes. You know, like I think I'm gonna I'm actually starting my own cryptocurrency, guys, and you guys are gonna want to get in on this. It's gonna be like big, trust me. It's called IOUs. And our slogan is, we're good for it, you know? You guys are going to want to get in early because those first 5 years of defrauding millions is going to be a hell of a lot of fun. You know? We get to chill out in the Bahamas and, you know, start a polycule. Do you guys know what a polycule is? That's what it's called when nerds ruin polyamory. Oh, man. But, you know, I want to be a rich comedian, you know, and I tried explaining this to my mother, and she's just like, Stephen, you need a backup plan. You need a backup plan. And I'm like, my mom, think about the great people from history, thinking like Jesus, thinking, you know, Muhammad. And she's like, Stephen, Jesus was a carpenter. He had a backup plan. If the Messiah thing didn't work out, he could be a carpenter. I'm like, well, what about Muhammad? And she's like, he married a rich woman. So I got to do one of those two things. But, you know, guys, I realized, you know, why is it that I even want to be a comedian, you know? And I realized it's because I have an intense desire to annoy people. You know, guys, like, I'm going to do some impressions for you guys. Any Godzilla monster. Name any Godzilla monster and I'll do an impression. Godzilla. Thank you. Oh, Mothra. All right. I think I heard Mothra too. It's my calling, guys. It's my calling. Did you guys hear about Bono? Yeah, he just got U2'd. You guys hear about that Cage the Elephant singer? Man, he just got arrested for like having 2 guns in New York, and he's going up the river. You know, ain't no rest for the wicked. That's what you get for caging elephants. You know, if you're an indie singer, why the hell are you trying to go hard, man? like you don't need to do that. Like we're already convinced you're soft as jelly. Like, nothing's gonna change that, my friend. Who else is in trouble right now? Kanye? Haven't heard from Kanye in a while. You guys see that he was like recently on an Alex Jones interview saying that like he loves Hitler, you know, and you know, guys, I hate to say it, but in, you know, Kanye's defense, you know, he was actually saying he loves everybody. He just happened to mention Hitler first. You know? In essay writing, they call that taking on the toughest counter. And it can either pay off or not. And it did not. But, you know, what I think's going on with Kanye is he just really wants to get Kim Kardashian's attention. So he keeps trying to up the ante. Semitism. And I don't know if you guys saw that saw that mask he was wearing over his head. But, you know, it's crazy. It looks just like the bag he's going to have thrown over his head a week from now when he's thrown into the van that the Kardashians are driving out into the Nevada desert. Oh, yeah. And are you guys ready for the metaverse? I said, are you guys ready for the metaverse? But you guys better be ready for the metaverse, or you're gonna hurt Mark Zuckerberg's feelings, and he'll have to discover what those are. I don't know if you guys saw, but Apple and Google are looking to get into the metaverse game too, you know. But they have a different approach, and I actually think it's a lot better. It sounds like it's going to be a lot more immersive. They found out it'd be a lot better if they just replace our eyes. So, you know, Google's coming out first with the googly eyes. But Apple's going to be right behind them with the eyeballs. You know, guys, how would you feel if I told you it was the end of the world as we know it? I'd feel fine. Man, you know, guys, you know, I'm really worried about the economy, you know? Like, how many roommates do you think we're going to have in the future? like, yeah, exactly. I was looking around my apartment. I'm like, how many people got to fit in here? Like 17, you know? Like, we'd have to be stepping over each other, and the fridge would only be filled with everybody's own orange juice. But other than that, we could get by. You know, my problem is I'm really addicted to money right now. You know, really addicted to money. I've been going through a lot of withdrawals. And, you know, guys, I'm not political, but if anyone asks, I'm a communist. That way I'm one step ahead of you, socialist wussies. You know, because, you know, I don't, like, communism's the kind of organization you got to get in on the ground floor of, you know, and I don't want to be a poor communist. You want to at least be upper management when that shit hits. But, you know, what we really need, though, like, I don't know if it needs to be communism or whatever, but we need a new social ranking system, because the one we have right now doesn't work for me. Like, you know, I think personally that the smartest people should be in charge, and I believe the smartest people smoke DMT. You know? What we need is a true social hierarchy, if you will, where the higher you get, the higher you go. You know, guys, coming out of high school, I was some kind of super genius, you know? But after smoking a bunch of weed and doing a lot of acid, you know, it's weird just being a genius. Just being slightly better than all of you. Oh. But, man, you know, you guys addicted to your smartphones? Yeah. Yeah, I know, man. They're freaking weird, you know? Like, you know, like, I'm really addicted to my phone, you know? Like, I keep, like, I'm using my phone all the time. It's like, it's almost like I'm becoming one with my phone. It's like I am my phone. Phone? iPhone? iPhone! 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 I'm like, how did we get to this point, guys? How did we get here? You know, and I'm like, you know, where did society go wrong? And I'm like, who was the first caveman mayor? And I was thinking about it, you know, the first caveman mayor was probably the first guy who was just looking around at the cave one day, and he's like, hey, guys, what are we going to do with all the shit everywhere? like, I'm walking in shit every day. Damn it, there's got to be a system. And, you know, and Tony's been over there dead for like 2 weeks, and I don't think his kids should be playing with him anymore. Like, we should put him outside or something. Like, and they're like, you know, that's a great idea. And then they assassinated him. You know? You know, guys, I actually come from caveman royalty myself, you know. My great-great-something grandfather invented the wheel. You know, it was square when he invented it, but it rounded down. And then they killed him. That's just how it goes, you know. Same with the guy who invented fire, you know. Like, he invented fire, and they're like, that's freaking awesome, man. And the next guy was like, thunk, club. He's like, look, I got fire. But, so, Do you guys believe in aliens? Don't worry, I'm not going to probe you too deeply on this one. But I do wonder about the aliens, because I don't know if I believe or not, but I wonder, I'm like, how far away they are. Have they ever been here? Are they banging my ex-girlfriend? All of life's big questions. But man, I don't know. I just haven't felt good ever since Sarah left. Serotonin? But, yeah, dudes, I don't know. I think I need to find religion or something, or start my own, I was thinking about it, I think I figured it out the other day. You know what? You know what I figured out what we are? We're all one. I'm one, you're one, he's one, she's one. This guy's one son of a one. Yeah, wait, can I get everybody to join with me right now? Let's all say one together, all right? One. One. All right. You guys owe me money now. Because I'm not a prophet, I'm a profiteer, But, guys, I was thinking about it, how can I make a little bit of money, a little scratch off this whole religion thing, And I was thinking about, religion's already got marriage covered, but they got it covered till death do you part. And I was thinking, you know what? That's not long enough. I am selling marriage after death. If you want to guarantee your spouse or loved one doesn't get into heaven without you, I'll make sure, So if one of you goes to hell, you're both going to hell, all right? That's how it should work. It's only fair. You can't have one in heaven and one in hell. That's not very nice. Come on, be a team player. If I'm going to hell, you're coming with me. I actually died, once, and, they brought me back, but I was in hell for a while, and it was so beautiful and warm, and it was a dry heat, I felt really comfortable there. The only problem was there wasn't any ice water, But I think I'm going to write one of those religious books about my experience. Hell, it's a dry heat, but there's no ice water. But, what I'm thinking what we could do is, we can actually do, I'm thinking about selling timeshares, in the afterlife. Because no longer should you have to get the full heaven or hell package anymore. We can diversify the portfolio for you, You could be kind of a good person and get some time in heaven and some time in hell. You could spend a week at the Celestial Palace, a week in the Pit of Torture, a week in the symphony or whatever they do. The angels are just singing forever? That sounds terrible. What do you mean they're singing forever? God's glory, huh? He really needs to hear that about himself, huh? You know what? I figured it out. Human suffering is God's way of relieving stress. He's putting it all on us. I don't know, a little self-centered if you ask me. Pretty self-centered universe. But, yeah, dudes, the only problem is, if you get a week by the lake of fire, it's all rich people there. So, I'd stay away from the week of fire, the lake of fire. Yeah, dude, so how are we doing tonight, Are we enjoying ourselves? Are we tired? Are we little babies? Do we want to go home? Drink our warm milk? I might have a bowl of cereal with warm milk. Just to try it, Just to say I did it. Just because I'm crazy like that, Yeah, I'm real loopy. We've reached the part of my set where I ran out of material, but we're going to have fun anyway, because I like holding you guys hostage. You sleepy babies. Yeah. Oh, you want to go to sleep, little baby? We're keeping you out on a Wednesday night and you have work in the morning. I know how to talk to babies. Ooh, goo goo gaga, gaga goo goo goo. You know. You know, that's actually my first language. So, you know, I'm pretty fluent. Yeah, dude. Hey, somebody give me an impression. I'll do any impression. You think I would do a Marlon Brando impression for you on this, the day of my daughter's wedding? The day that my daughter is going to be boned by some other man. I should do a favor for you. The day my daughter is to lose her virginity. Which I'm kidding myself, she has obviously lost long ago. But if you were to say such a thing to me, feed me more. I'm so hungry. I'm Marlon Brando. All right, give me another impression. Jim Carrey? Well, I guess I can do it. Any voice? I don't know. Jim Carrey's just so high energy. I was just watching him earlier today. He did like a 20-minute Elvis impression. And man, that guy can do things with his face that a human shouldn't be able to do. But yeah, how do you guys feel about Jim Carrey's overall career? Pretty good. Yeah, he doesn't have to do a thing more. I wish he wouldn't paint, but other than that, I really like the guy. His paintings are fine. They're not great, though. Like, they're pretty good. They're not fantastic. I'd buy one if I was rich. I'd put it right next to my Hunter Biden. All right, guys, any other impression? Elvis. All right. All right, I'm a white man, and I'll tell you about the ghetto anyway. In the ghetto. Thank you very much. Dudes. All right, well, man, like, this is a cool looking little place, man. I hope you guys do like a full shot or something, man. Like, you guys got like a bunch of guitars on the wall, like who are these tiny people that you killed to get these tiny guitars? like you got some electric ukuleles over there. I'm like, that must be some like mean Hawaiian band. Yeah, but yeah, so aloha.
Aloha. Yeah, you had us all hostage for like half an hour. Good stuff, man. Hey, Stephen Black. Thanks for letting us go. You were killing us. From Neanderthals to aliens, it's nice to know we're all one. Hey, big shout out for the 111 too. I don't know if you know, but this is Wavelab 111. Thank you guys for coming out. That's a wrap. This is GiggleWave3. I'm DJ SeeWeed. Got Siraj in the back. Thank you guys so much. Hey, I'm terrible at this. I always forget to get it. Let me get a picture with you guys, real quick. I did it earlier, but no one was paying attention, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it again. Okay, they were paying attention. Sorry, can't not give them credit. Like we were sitting right here paying attention to you. Turn off these ones. Fuck these lights. We'll go on stage. Fuck those lights. Oh wait, no. Siraj, hit the blackout ones. Hit the blackout button. Turn those ones on and turn the other ones off. No. Turn those ones on and then hit the blackout button on the. Yeah, there you go. There it is. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And then I want to join you on one. Say Wave Lab. Heck yeah. Wow, my phone backed out by itself. That's trippy. It was like, oh, we're missing people, and it like zoomed out by itself. That was really weird. All right, fuck yeah. AI is taking over. Have a good night, guys. Much love. Drive safe.
Who's gonna do a quick? And you too, 'cause you're a comedian.
Fuck yeah, please.